Thank you so much for joining today. This is the first video in a mini-series I'm creating all about slow living. This first video is all about the reasons why I include slow living practices into my life as a woman living with infertility and endometriosis. And I'd also love to share with you some really gentle daily practices that I find really help me to start and end my day with joy and gratitude and peace. Let's get into today's video. I really wanted to share with you this gorgeous corner of my garden. I feel so blessed to live on this property. For many years, I allowed my chronic illness and infertility to define me. And now I use it as my testimony in the goodness of God in my life. The benefits that I've found in practicing slow living is that it allows you to really slow down and be intentional. Now, there were many years where I lived with depression and anxiety. And if that's something that you're experiencing yourself, I really encourage you to seek guidance and professional help from a counsellor or another trained professional. But what I have found in my own life is that slowing down and seeing the beauty of every day has totally transformed my life. One thing that I began to believe 10 years ago as well is that I was created for a purpose. And that means that you are too. And discovering that God is not only sovereign and that he sent his son, Yeshua, Jesus, to die for us and to teach us how to love God and to love other people. Not only did he do that, but he also created everything around us. And part of falling in love with God has been falling in love with his creation, because I see the wonder and the majesty in all that he has made, and that points back to him. There is so much beauty in this world, and really being intentional and opening my eyes fully and seeing all that he has made, it has really transformed my outlook on life. And I think spending time in creation, it really shows you the heart of the Father and also his majesty. One thing that I really love doing is spending time outdoors in his creation, going for bushwalks. I've always loved spending time outdoors, but recognizing that everything around me, that it was created by the one who created me, and the love that he has, it just really transformed my outlook on life. I think too, the other thing is that I had this idea of what my life should look like. For so many years when I was younger, I believed, to be honest, I believed that I was entitled to have children. And I saw all of my friends around me having children. While that is still something that I would love in our life, I recognize now that God has a unique plan for my life, as he has a unique plan for your life. And I recognize as well that life is beautiful. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have struggles. I still live with infertility. I still live with chronic pain, but I do have purpose, and I do have so many things in life to be grateful for. For me, peace and joy is not about living a life in the absence of problems or challenges. I think I've discovered that life is not about getting everything that I desire. I find that I'm quite happy to enjoy the simple things in life, enjoying a sunset, or taking in the beauty of flowers, or weeding my garden, or caring for my chickens. It might seem like a boring life to some, but for me it's truly beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. Creation sings of the wonder of the Creator, slowing down and really taking in everything that's around me. I recognize now the beauty in the life that I've been given. Slow living doesn't change the circumstances of our life, but it certainly has helped me to be more intentional with the life that I've been given. The other reason that I incorporate slow living practices into my life is that it helps to reduce stress. Now, I no longer work in a hospital, and I spend my days in the garden or creating videos or doing things around our home. I live a very different life to the life that I used to live. And this is probably a season, but it's a very beautiful season, and I'm making the most of it. The reason that reducing stress is really important for endometriosis is that stress increases your cortisol level and contributes massively to inflammation, which is terrible for endometriosis. So what are some reasons that you would like to incorporate slow living practices into your day? Are you living in a season that you're finding really difficult? Or would you just like to bring more peace and space into your life? There are some simple practices that I do every day that are really small, really gentle, and really easy to incorporate into your life, even if it's busy. Now, I stopped drinking coffee last year in June. And so what I do now is that when I wake up in the morning, I wash my face with cold water. I actually have like a little gua sha stone in the freezer and I rub that on my face and it helps me to wake up. So instead of drinking coffee, which can make me a bit jittery, I wash my face with cold water, and at the moment it's winter and that cold water is really cold and it really helps me to start my day and to feel fresh. The other thing that I do is that every morning I start my day with a really nourishing breakfast. I make smoothies in the morning. I use a beautiful collagen powder that is made from grass-fed beef collagen, and I add berries and Brazil nuts. I add cinnamon. I have a chocolate collagen powder as well, and I add lots of seeds, and it's really nourishing and beautiful and healthy, and I love it so much. Oh, I just saw a strawberry. We have strawberries in here too. Really, really nice. I love this garden. Oh, we also have tomatoes. I forgot to mention. I have a big tomato plant just behind me here. It's so nice. I don't know if they'll ripen because it's a bit cold, but hopefully with the sunny days that we're getting, it'll ripen. And I always try to end my day with a really healthy meal so that I get plenty of nourishment. I also try to get plenty of sunshine. Actually, I'm a bit too covered up, to be honest, at the moment. I should be trying to get a bit more sunshine, but I try to get sunshine every day. I try to do gentle movement, and then I spend time in prayer as well. I praise God for every day, and I thank Him so much for this life that He's given me. There were so many years where I didn't do that, and where I just complained to Him, why did He not give us children? But I recognize now that He's sovereign, and I will continue to ask. I'll continue to pray, and I'll pray in hope, but I'll also thank Him for every day that He gives me. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. So in the next video in this mini-series, I'll be discussing biblical wisdom and cultivating joy and gratitude in your life. I'd love if you could subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please like the video. Hello! It's so nice here. I'm going to film here because it's beautiful, like a little Cabbage Patch doll.